Hey guys, a very good day to you all. In this video, we are going to now understand how to design the exhaust manifold. So in the previous video, we have already understood what is the meaning of the swept box switcher, and we are going to make the application of swept box switcher to create a 3D model of an exhaust manifold. So this is just the picture of an exhaust manifold that I have already created, and I am going to guide you all on how to create a manifold exactly like this. Okay, so first of all we will click on file, select new, select part, and then click on OK. So the first thing that we have to do is to sketch the flange. So for that I am having one sketch. See, this is the sketch that we have to follow. So first of all we have to create one circle which has a diameter of 80. So let us create that. So click on top plane, go to features, go to sketch, and here click on sketch. Now sketch one circle, give the dimensions to it as 80. Okay, now after this thing is done, now as you can see that first we have constructed one rhombus. Okay, so let us first construct that. So I'll choose line option, and exactly the point should start vertically to the origin, and now it should correspond with the horizontal as well, again with the vertical, again with the horizontal, and then join this. Now click on escape. Make sure that this point, origin, and this particular point will always be vertical. So select all the 3 points and add a relation vertical. Okay, now after this select this point, select the origin, and select this point and make it horizontal and add the relation horizontal over here. Now it is time for us to give the dimensions to it. Now the vertical dimensions are 90. So let us give the dimensions. From this particular thing till here, it has to be 90. Okay, the same applies from this particular point till here, as this is completely symmetric. Okay, now once we are done with this, now the horizontal dimensions are 70. Okay, so the dimension from this particular origin till this point it has to be 70. The same applies here as well. Okay. Now after this thing is done, now we have to apply the fillets at the corners. So for that we have applied the fillet of radius 20, as you can see here. So let us choose fillet and select these points. Let us enter the data as 20 and then click on OK. Now after this we have to draw these small circles, and they have the diameter of 15, and they are going to exactly start from this particular point. See, this particular point and this point. So I'll choose one circle of diameter 15, click on escape, give the dimensions as 15. Okay, similarly give the dimensions to this also as 15. And guys, now your sketch is ready. The next thing that you have to do is obviously make use of the linear sketch pattern. So I'll choose linear sketch pattern. Here I'm going to select all the entities that I want to pattern. And you have to enter the distance over here as 150. And make sure that the number of instances that you want has to be 4. Okay, after this thing is done, now let's click on OK. Now guys, you can observe here that your sketch is not completely defined. It is blue in color, which means that it is not completely defined. So for that you need to add some dimensions. So I'll add a dimension from this point till this center, and it has to be 150 as entered during the linear sketch pattern. And now you can see that the sketch is now completely defined. Now after this thing is done, now I will exit the sketch. Now guys, here I forgot to make the pattern of these circles as well. So I again go to this, I'll click on edit sketch, press Ctrl 8, Now here I'll click on linear sketch pattern. I'm going to select this circles. Here enter the spacing as 150 and the number of instances has to be 4. Clear? Once you're done with this, then you can click on exit before it. Okay. Now the next thing that you have to do is to insert one plane parallel to the front plane. Okay, so I'll go to insert, select reference geometry, select plane. In the first reference I'm going to select the front plane and I'm going to insert it a distance of 150 mm. Okay, and flip the offset. Now once this is done, now just simply click on OK. Now on this plane that you have inserted, you have to sketch something. So you have to sketch this particular thing. So first of all, make sure that you click on sketch, press Ctrl 8. Now guys, here you can observe that there is one line at a distance of 225. Okay, so I'll draw that particular line. Since it is a construction line, therefore I'll draw it simply. Select this, make it infinite length and then click on OK. Now the next thing that you have to do is to give the dimensions to this. Select this particular point, select this line and give the dimensions to it as 225. Okay. Now after this thing is done, now you can observe here that there is one circle which is drawn and the diameter of the circle is 80. So do that. Just give the smart dimensions and give the diameter as 80. Okay. Now the next thing that we have to do is to make sure that it is at a distance of 200 vertically. Okay. It has to be 200. So now you can observe that our sketch is now completely defined. Now once this is done, then now you can obviously end your sketch. Okay. Now guys, after this we have to insert one perpendicular plane to this plane 1. So for that I am going to click on insert, click on reference geometry, select one plane. In the first reference I am going to select plane 1 and in the second reference I am going to select this particular line. So in this way I can insert one perpendicular plane. Can you see? Now once this is done, now I will click on OK. Now after this is done, now we have to sketch one curve on it. Okay. Now exactly why are we going to sketch a curve? So for that, let me show you one image with the help of which you can clearly understand. See, can you see on the exhaust manifold, as we have made use of the swept bosses feature, therefore you require a path. So this is one path. See, can you see this blue color thing? This is one path. This another blue color thing is one more path, and in this way there are 4 different paths. Now if you observe guys, these paths are not 2D paths. Instead they are 3D curves. So if you want to make 3D curves, then obviously you have to make use of the project curve feature. And I hope that you know what is the project curve feature. If you do not know what is project curve feature, then guys, the link of that particular video is given in the description box below, or you can simply click on the I button which is present on the right top corner of your screen. Now guys, I'm going to select this and I'm going to click on sketch. Now after this, select your right plane and press Ctrl 8. Now here on this particular plane, you have to sketch something, a curve something like this. See, a curve somewhat like this. This is the common curve that we will be using during the project curve feature. Okay, so for that, first of all I'll select spline. I'll start from the origin and I'll go up to this particular point. Can you see? This is the center of the circle. Okay, I'll click on escape. Now guys, I'll obviously select the right plane again and press Ctrl 8. And now guys, it's upon you how you want to adjust the shape of the spline. Okay, it depends upon you. I'm going to try to arrange like adjust it somewhat like this. So I'll try to adjust it now. Okay, now after this thing is done, now I'll end the sketch. Okay, now the next thing that we have to do is we have to sketch one more spline on this particular curve, because for using the project curve feature we at least require 2 curves. So I'll select this, press Ctrl 8, and now guys, I'm going to sketch a curve somewhat like this. Can you see? So I'll select the spline, start from the origin, and go up till here. Click on escape. Now guys, try to adjust the shape like this. So I'll click on exit sketch now. Now guys, obviously you might be knowing that when we make use of the project curve, we get a resultant of both of these curves. So when you look from this particular angle, the project curve will look like this, and when you look from this angle, the project curve will still look like this. Okay, this is the speciality of the project curve. So I'll go to features, here in the curves, I'll select project curve, and I'm going to select these 2 curves. After this is done, now I'll click on OK. So guys, now if you observe from this particular plane, see, it is looking similar to what we have done, but exactly it is a 3D sketch. Can you see? Same applies from this particular angle as well. So in this way you have to create 3 more splines. Okay, so I'll click on this, press Ctrl 8, go to sketch, select on sketch. Now on this you have to sketch a spline somewhat like this. Okay, so let us try to sketch it. Okay, now after this is done, now we'll click on end the sketch. Now guys, we want to do a project curve between this particular curve and the curve which we had earlier drawn over here. So this is the curve that I am talking about. See, sketch number 3. See, this is the curve. So I'll obviously go to features, I'll go to curves, I'll click on project curve. Here I'm going to select this, and I'm going to select the sketch number 3. See, inside the curves you can find out sketch number 3, and you will ultimately get a resultant 3D curve. Okay, the same applies for the other 2 as well. So I'll select this particular plane, press Ctrl 8, and I want to draw a curve similar to this. Okay, now I exactly can see the symmetry. Okay, see, try to create a curve similar to the earlier one. See, this both should match. Okay, now after this is done, now I'll end the sketch. Just project the curve, go to features, select project curve. In that you have to select this particular curve, and you have to select sketch 3, and then click on OK. Now once this is done, do it for the last flange as well. Select this, press Ctrl 8 and click on sketch. Okay, after this is done, just end your sketch, and now we will make use of the project curve feature. Select this and go to curve 1, and here you have to select the sketch 3. Click on OK. Okay, now after this is done, now it is going to be very simple for us. Now you have to select this sketch. So I'll select the sketch number 1, and I'm going to click on Extrude workspace, and here I'm going to insert 10 mm and I'll click on OK. Now after this, you have to click on Sweep Bosses feature. You have to select this as your sketch, select this as the path, and here you have to select thin feature of 2 mm. Okay, fine. And in the feature scope, you have to select this particular body. Okay, once this is done, now you can click on OK. Similarly, apply it for the rest 3 as well. Okay, so I'll click on Sweep Boss Base, select this particular circle, select this curve. Here apply the thin feature. In the auto select, you have to select this particular body and then click on OK. Now guys, it is very easy for us with the help of the Sweep Bosses feature. You just have to select the Sweep Bosses feature, select the sketch, select the path. Here you have to select thin feature, and in the feature scope you have to select manually this particular body. Once this is done, then click on OK. Okay, now after this, let's click on Sweep Bosses feature again. Select this sketch, select the path, and now click on thin feature. In the feature scope, you have to select this body. Now once this is done, then click on OK. See, exhaust manifold is almost ready now. Now after this guys, you can see here there is some extra part coming here. Can you see this? Coming out of the flange, and there is gap as well. So for that, what you will do first thing is that you will select this boss extrude 1, click on edit feature. In this, you will not start from the sketch plane, instead you will start from an offset. Enter the offset as 15. Okay, and then click on OK. Okay, now once this is done, now what you can do is we can now just trim this part away. So for that, I'm going to select this particular plane, press Ctrl 8, and now I'm going to sketch on it. Just simply sketch one square, click on escape, give the dimensions to this. Any default dimensions are fine. As long as they are greater than the part that we want to trim. After this, just select the sketch, go to features, and here you have to click on extruded cut. And here you select through all both, and then click on OK. Clear? Okay, so this much region is now ready. Now the next thing that we have to do is to construct the flange over this point. Now for that, I'm going to select this plane, press Ctrl 8. On this, you have to do this sketch. So here I have first constructed a circle, so I'll do that first. I'll mark the point and the center. So this is very important. Okay, now once this is done, click on escape, Then you have to sketch a circle. Okay, click on escape, and after this, guys, now we have to refer to the figure. Here again we have done the same thing, we have just sketched a rhombus, so let's do the same thing again. Click on escape. Now after this thing is done, now the vertical dimensions are 110, so let us give that. The same thing must apply over here. Now give the horizontal dimensions. The horizontal dimensions are 125 and 125. So from this particular point till here, it has to be 125. Similarly, from this point till here, it has to be 125. Now click on escape. Make sure that this particular point, this point, and this, they all are horizontal. Okay, and now your sketch is fully defined except this particular circle. So let us use the dimensions to that as well. Okay, done. Now I'll just apply the fillets over here. So here we have applied a fillets, and the dimension is radius 25. So let us click on this particular point, select this point, select this, and enter 25 here. Okay, after this is done, now click on OK. Okay, now you have to simply just extrude this particular sketch, end it, select the sketch, go to features, go to extrude boss base, and extrude up to 10 mm, and then click on OK. Okay, can you see? Okay, now here you have to create some holes as well. So let us select this, press Ctrl 8, and let us sketch some circles on it. Okay, similarly on this side as well. Click on escape. Now here give the dimensions to this as 40. Similarly for this. So guys, give the dimensions vertically as 200, and between these centers give it as 145, and from this particular point till the origin give it as 299.81. Just end your sketch now. Now after this, select the sketch, go to features, click on extruded cut. Fine. Now click on OK. Okay. Now once this is done, now you guys just simply hide this planes, select this, hide it, right click on it, hide, right click on it, hide, and you can even hide the curve. So right click on it, hide. Now your exhaust manifold is ready. Now you have to simply just impart some aesthetic look on it. I am going to give it a look of, let's say, copper. So I have selected the burnished copper here, and this is how it is going to look like. After this is done, just simply click on OK, and your exhaust manifold is now ready. The main idea behind this was to understand how to make use of the sweep bosses feature. You can even make it look better by changing the view. Okay, see. Okay.